Dear Congolese women and men, I am addressing you this evening with gravity, a sense of responsibility, and absolute loyalty to the Republic. The situation our country is going through, particularly in terms of security, requires each of us to maintain clarity and a sense of statesmanship. Above all, it requires words that are just, coherent, and mobilizing, because in times of war, a leader's words sometimes weigh even more than weapons. However, in recent days, public statements have deeply hurt our armed forces, shaken morale, and sown confusion among the national public. It was my duty as a politician, a statesman, and in the name of the 3R movement to speak out. Dearest compatriots, the armed forces of the Democratic Republic of the Congo, our valiant defenders, are neither a slogan nor a tool for political maneuvering. They are the foundation of our sovereignty. They embody the state in its most sovereign form, the defense of the national territory and the protection of the Congolese people. To publicly discredit them, to set them against our strength, to weaken them symbolically, is to undermine the Republic itself. You do not inspire an army through humiliation, nor do you win a war by scorning those who fight it at the cost of their own blood. Let me remind you of a fundamental fact that no amount of rhetoric from an island can erase. In 2019, it was declared that the Republic had inherited a well-structured army. Today, in 2025, that same army is being portrayed as unworthy and degraded. Same country, same institution, same political leadership. This contradiction is not insignificant. It calls into question the coherence of governance and the credibility of public discourse. A statesman may make mistakes, but he cannot contradict himself without consequences, because inconsistency weakens authority, and weakened authority puts the nation at risk. Dear compatriots, this war we are enduring today is not a historical inevitability. It has already been fought. It has already been won. The same adversary, the same terrain, the same challenge. And yet our armed forces have triumphed in the past thanks to a clear chain of command, a committed strategic vision, and strong, transparent leadership. I pay tribute here. Here I offer my deepest solemn and Republican tribute to the brave officers and dedicated soldiers who secured for the nation their hard-won and historic victories. Their memory must never be exploited or tarnished to cover up present failures, for a nation that denies its heroes condemns itself to repeat its defeats. To Colonel Mamadou Ndala, General Lucien Baouma, the Chief of Staff at the time, Didier Etumba, General Delphine Kayimbi, and all the forces engaged in the Sokola and Amani Netu operations under the authority of the then President of the Republic, Honorary and lifelong Senator Joseph Kabila Kabange, and to the souls of the fallen generals, and posthumously to Colonel General Mamadou Ndala. They triumphed where the current state is retreating. There is an attempt to erase their memory in order to better hide the current failure. On the ground, reality imposes the truth. Our soldiers are fighting in extremely difficult conditions. They sometimes lack logistical resources as well as material and moral support. Their families live in precarious conditions, not to say squalor, while they, on the front lines, bear the ultimate burden, defending the Republic at the risk of their lives. This is not worthy of a great country. This is not acceptable for the country of Lumumba, for the country of Kasavubu, of Mobutu, of Kabila father and son, for a state as responsible as the Democratic Republic of Congo. Dear compatriots, history teaches us a constant lesson. Nations do not always fall because they lack soldiers, but because of a failure of leadership. A strong state is built on an army that is respected, commanded with authority, consistently supported and honored with justice. The Democratic Republic of Congo lacks neither men nor courage nor potential. What it lacks today is rather strategic clarity and coherence at the top. I say this firmly, without animosity or ambiguity. The sovereignty of a state cannot be delegated. It cannot be parceled out. It cannot be negotiated. This is no longer spoken in confusion. Trying to compensate for internal weaknesses with external solutions without taking on national responsibilities exposes the country to diplomatic humiliation and strategic failure. International credibility is first built within the country. Dear Congolese women and men, our country is worth more than resignation. It is worth more than moral capitulation. It is worth more than the sell-off of its resources, and even more than political inconsistency. This is not a time for division nor for empty rhetoric. It is a time to restore the authority of the state, to respect our institutions and the Constitution, of course, to rehabilitate our armed forces, and to mobilize the entire nation around a common goal. With a Republican heart, together with all the sons and daughters of Congo, the Republic is not defended halfway, but with all its children. It is defended with courage, consistency, and truth. History is watching us, the people are judging us, and the Republic demands leaders who are worthy of its destiny. My dear compatriots, Congolese men and women, I thank you.